another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make bouyourdi. Bouyourdi is a Greek feta appetizer that is so delicious. It is simple to make, and it is perfect when you're entertaining, if you're throwing a holiday party, birthday party, dinner party, or if you have some friends over and you want to throw something together and have a good time. So just a few ingredients. Let's go over them so we can get started. We're going to need a little bit of olive oil, some dried oregano. This is gouda cheese. Caseri cheese is more traditional, but I can't find it, and I love the way gouda cheese tastes and melts in this. Some crushed red pepper flakes, 2 pepperoncini, and 2 roasted red peppers. I have a block of really good quality feta cheese, a tomato, and I'm going to toast some pita bread to use for dipping. So I'm going to take the feta cheese out, and I'm going to begin by slicing the tomato into just thin slices. That's going to be fine. So I have a little 8-inch square baking pan. You can use a round one if you want. And I'm going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on the bottom. I'm going to place half of the tomato slices on the bottom. These are going to add lots of moisture and really good flavor. Then I'm going to crumble the feta cheese on top of the tomatoes. The smell of feta and tomatoes just takes me back to summers in Greece. That's probably one of the most delicious flavor combinations that I've ever had in my life. It's so simple but so good, and the tomatoes in Greece, nothing compares to them. That looks good. Then I'm going to take the rest of the tomatoes and just put them on top of the feta cheese. This is so simple, you guys. Scoot this over a bit. And then I have 2 roasted red bell peppers that are in the brine from the jar. They're just so sweet, smoky, tender, and just delicious. I'm going to dice these or cut them into like big chunks. I'm going to sprinkle some dried oregano on top of everything. And then I'm going to take half of the cheese and just sprinkle it on top. I'm using Gouda cheese. Caseri cheese is very traditional in this dish. It is super hard for me to find it in Houston where I live. I mean, I could drive an hour to get it, but I didn't have time to do that. So the moral of the story is use what you've got. Gouda still has a lot of good flavor, but if you can't find that, you can use mozzarella cheese if you want, because it's going to melt really well. And you want those 2 different cheeses, that combination of that briny, creamy feta with the Gouda cheese that melts well. That's really what you're looking for. Then I'm going to put all of the roasted red bell pepper pieces on top. What could be wrong with this? This thing looks so delicious already. Then I'm just going to put the 2 pepperoncini in there with the rest of the cheese on top. It does not get easier than that. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil and a little bit more dried oregano. I'm going to cover it with aluminum foil. My oven is preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. This is going to bake in there covered with foil in the center rack for about 20 minutes or until the cheese is really bubbly and hot. Then I'm going to uncover it and turn the broiler setting on for a few minutes until it gets nice and golden. And I'll show you what it looks like as soon as it comes out. So everything is ready. The dip baked for 20 minutes covered. I uncovered it and then I turned the broiler element on for about 4 minutes until it got beautiful golden on top. You want the cheese to be completely melted and just chewy and delicious. I took some pita bread and I just cut it into wedges, and I made some pita chips in with it just by brushing it with some olive oil, salt, pepper. I also put a little bit of oregano and some garlic powder on it and just baked them until they were golden at 400 degrees. It took about 8 to 10 minutes. Everything is ready and it smells amazing. You could just take this, put it on the table with some pita chips, some vegetables, and your guests are going to have a delicious appetizer that just literally took no effort. I realized that I forgot to put the crushed red pepper flakes in here, so if you like it a little spicy, make sure you go ahead and add them. You could easily sprinkle them over the top too. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bite of this. It almost tastes like pizza. Tomato is perfectly cooked and soft. The feta cheese combined with the Gouda is like heaven, and that roasted red pepper adds the perfect amount of smoky goodness. I think you guys are going to love it. Go ahead and add some olives in here if you want to. Leave out and put in whatever your favorite things are. Let me know how you're going to make it in the comment section down below. Print the recipe on my website, dimitrasdishes.com, and I will see you guys next time. Yes, sis.